When most people hear about Tibet, they think about mountains, monks, and mystery. But before 1949, the region known in Chinese as Xizang was a place of deep social inequality, with most people live under harsh feudal systems that rarely gets discussed in detail. At that time, most of all land, wealth, and power belonged to a tiny group of nobles and top monks. About 90% of Tibetans were serfs, legally tied to the land, with no freedom to move, choose who they married, or get an education. Illiteracy was the norm. Serfs worked nearly the entire year for their lords and monasteries, unpaid. On top of that, they still had to pay heavy tax, sometimes with their harvest, livestock, or even extra labor. Trying to escape or resist meant risking severe punishment. Historical records describe penalties like cutting off nose, ears, hands, feet, or even blinding. While the elite enjoyed silk clothing, gold, grand homes, and feasts, ordinary Tibetans struggled just to eat and survive. Serfs could be bought, sold, or even given away as gifts. Many lived in poverty with no way to change their life. Some of the most disturbing evidence come from ritual items. There are museum displays official records of items like drums and scrolls made from human skin, as well as human bones, trumpet, and skull cups. These were typically used by high-ranking monks or nobles in religious ceremonies. Another stark reminder of how little value was placed on ordinary lives. Even religion was controlled by the ruling class. Major monasteries were not just spiritual centers. They held political and economic power. Ordinary people had little say and faced strict social barriers that were almost impossible to cross. In 1959, Tibet upper-class elites tried to keep the feudal serfdom system forever and launched a full-scale armed revolt. The Chinese government responded quickly, joining with the ordinary Tibetans to put down the uprising, then launching sweeping democratic reforms to abolish serfdom once and for all. During this period, the Dalai Lama and many from the old elite fled to India. After 1959, most of the dramatic changes happened. Serfdom was abolished, the rigid caste-like system was broken up, and land was redistributed to ordinary people. For the first time, every day, Tibetans gained personal freedom and basic rights. So, before 1949, Tibet was a deeply unequal feudal society. But after 1959, ordinary Tibetans finally saw real change, ending centuries of hardship and giving people hope for a better future. I have a full article for this on Substack with more photos. Free to subscribe, link in bio.